everyone and welcome back to another video. Yes, the F123 Deep Dive Part 2 is finally here. It's been delayed, but finally it's been released by Codemasters, so we're going to do a little dissection of it right now and find out what the sort of new features are in the game. Is it going to be any good? Well, let's go and find out now with, of course, Natalie Pinkton once again giving us the commentary. Let's have a look and see what this is all about.
You know what your problem is? You have got to drive the car you're in.
You're lecturing me. Get lost.
Welcome back to the F123 Deep Dive series. Today we have information on two areas of the game. First up, Breaking Point is back. The thrilling story mode returns with a fresh...
Now, just before we continue, I just paused it there because someone on Twitter commentated that actually, if you look at the menu screen, which is what this is right here, my team isn't even on the menu screen. This is the main menu. Allegedly, of course, the game's not out yet, so we don't know for sure. But yes, there is no my team. But I'm guessing it's in the career option. I'm guessing when you go down to career, it'll give you the option of my team or driver career. That's my guess anyway. So I'm pretty sure it is there. I don't think they've got rid of my team. They might have done, but I don't think they have. So yeah, it should be there under career. Now, of course, we've got Breaking Point right at the top. Breaking Point Part 2, of course, which will be the screen that is right at the top when you first load the game up. Then you've got the career, which I'm pretty sure is going to have my team and driver career. Then F1 World, which we'll talk about a little bit later because it is included in this video. We've got local multiplayer as well. Interesting. League Racing, and then of course the famous store, which of course will be your opportunity to buy lots of stuff from EA for the bargain price of about £3 a pop, and you'll get tons of stuff: liveries, helmets, gloves, everything that you're never going to want to need in an F1 game is all going to be available from the store. Now, of course, theatre mode is back as well, which of course gives you replays of the races, and we've got options as well. So yeah, I think everyone needs to stop panicking now. I'm pretty sure that my team is still in the game. I mean, it doesn't make any difference to me. I never play it anyway, but I think it's still there. I'll say it'll still be under the career mode options. Let's continue then.
fresh chapter featuring new faces, new rivalries, and more drama.
Are you joking?
Breaking Point 2 spans the 2022 and 2023 F1 seasons and focuses on a new fictional team, Connor Sport. Connor Sport's drivers are old rivals, Aidan Jackson and Devon Butler.
Devon Butler! Devon bloody Butler! Look at his face, oh dear. What have they done to his face? What have they done to the cheeky little Trevor's face? That's not good, is it? Anyway, let's carry on.
But their seats may not be safe for long, with new prospect Callie Mayer dominating the Formula 2 season.
Callie Mayer apparently is the female in F123, and she's based on Jamie Chadwick. Yes, Jamie Chadwick, who of course is doing very well in motorsport right now, and is quite possibly the only chance Formula One's ever going to have of getting a female driver. Yeah, I think she's got a good chance, but I still don't reckon she's ever going to get the chance to actually be in F1. But anyway, let's continue.
The writing team collaborated with three-time W Series world champion and Williams F1 development driver Jamie Chadwick to bring Callie's story to life.
I like the idea of Callie being very much focused on performance results.
Breaking Point 2 cinematic cutscenes help immerse you in the narrative with major visual upgrades.
What's the point?
It's just Devon being Devon.
Using DI4D technology and machine learning.
Now, hang on. Let me just stop you there. EA Sports and Codemasters. When you go and watch a film at the cinema and it's got some lovely CGI effects, you don't sit there in the cinema and say to yourself, "Ooh, now look at the molecular shading on the characters there." I think that's you don't do that, do you? You just look at the film and say, "Cool, that was good," and that's it. So this sort of where they're looking at the graphics, this is of no interest to anyone who wants to play an F1 game. No interest whatsoever. This is just a pat on the back to the people who actually made this game. It's like saying, "Oh, well done, lads and lasses. Well done. You did very well there. Very well indeed." But to the man on the street, the man who's going to be buying the game, this no interest whatsoever in how snazzy your graphics were that made up. Obviously, you know, they're trying to do comparisons here. That's a very early grayscale image in the top left there of the characters, and it's showing you how the characters are brought to life, which is great. But as I say, to us F1 fans, of no interest whatsoever. So I really don't know why they bothered to put that in there in the trailer. But anyway, let's continue.
The characters feel more realistic than ever before. As you move through the story, your performance and reputation will change based on your actions on and off the track. You will earn rewards for completing the mode.
Now let's just stop there again. Rewards. I have flicked through this trailer before I'm showing it to you now, and there's two things that I've got from this trailer. One is rewards, two is upgrades. This seems to be the two main core aspects of this game, is rewards and upgrades. Now my greatest fear is that to get where you want to be, you basically just got to buy yourself to the top. Yes, if you're willing to spend oodles of money on the extras in this game, you can probably get yourself to the top. Now, unfortunately, this is like the esports series, which in the past few months has been revealed that a few, not very many, but a few of the drivers were cheating in esports. And I've said this before, if there's an opportunity to cheat, anyone in the world will exploit that opportunity. It's just human nature. I don't want anyone to say, no, I wouldn't cheat. Of course you would. Anybody watching this video now, if you get an opportunity, I would. If you got the opportunity to cheat, you will do. And this is just what I'm thinking about in this game. You can buy yourself to success. There's no real incentive to put any effort in starting from the bottom if you can just pay for all this stuff, and this is a little bit worrying for me. Anyway, let's continue.
With a certain amount of performance and reputation. Your press responses and...
Oh my god, there's Pinky. Oh god, what have they done to her hair? That's not good. Have they motion captured her? Are you sure that's motion capture? It doesn't look like it to me. Oh dear. Anyway, let's continue.
Management decisions can trigger different bonus objectives,
okay.
And completing or failing.
Unfortunately, like any trailer, it goes past so quickly you don't have time to digest exactly what's going on. That's why I have to keep pausing it.
Those objectives can affect how a certain storyline plays out. Progress in Breaking Point 2 still earns you Podium Pass XP, and as a pre-order bonus, some of the Breaking Point characters are available as driver icons in My...
Ah, yes, if you pre-order the game, lads and lasses, pre-order the game, we'll give you Aiden Jackson and Devon Butler. Oh, what better incentive could it be for you to spend an extra 20 quid on the game, but to get Aiden Jackson and Devon Butler. Oh my, wait a minute, what's this? Pasta Maldonado? Wait a minute, what strange... I've got to move myself out of the way. What strange sorcery of this? It's Pasta Maldonado, the greatest driver in the history of the world ever. What's he doing in the game? Oh my god, they're scraping the barrel a bit there, aren't they? 2.5 million? Are you sure? I'm sure these days you could put your hand on the back of the sofa and get Pasta Maldonado quite cheap. I don't think he's worth 2.5 million. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's Pasta Maldonado. Yes. Oh god. Sorry, I just I just found that incredibly funny. Right, okay, carry on.
18. Play the mode from launch to help Callie and Connor Sport make history by battling the big names in Formula 1.
Have you noticed absolutely zero gameplay? Yeah, this is all CGI cutscenes and everything. I haven't seen a single frame of gameplay yet, which is another problem that I've got. They just seem to be pushing the gameplay to one side. Yes, the gameplay seems to be incidental now. It's not good. It's not good.
In F1 23, we're...
Alright, so that was the end of Breaking Point 2. We learned absolutely nothing. Now we go on to the second part of the video, which is F1 World, which has really got me slightly concerned.
We're also introducing F1 World, which is a new hub for a variety of daily, weekly and ever-changing seasonal content. Complete challenges, compete online and play.
Way! Finally, we got some gameplay. Look at this. We can see a little bit on the bottom there of the HUD, which is slightly different, but not really by much. We've got in the left-hand corner your usual race information screen, tells you where the other cars are. It looks like it's going to be a standard 6-car or 8-car positional screen once again. Of course, people have been crying out for years to have the full roster of cars on the left-hand side, but unfortunately they wouldn't be able to do that because you wouldn't be able to see where you were going, because it would fill the screen right up down to the bottom there, which is unfortunate. I'm sure they could possibly think of one way of doing that. Maybe if you could press a button during the race and that could come up and then you could get rid of it, that would be a better option. But just having the top 6, I mean, if you're like me and you're a player who's down in 8th position, you can't see who's in the lead of the race because it's too far down. You're too far down. You can only see like the 4 cars in front of you, so it's a bit of a pain. But anyway, so you've got the standard bit off to the right hand side, which you can't see because I'm in front of it, but that's just, oh, you can't see it anyway because it's covered up, but that's just your race position and your fastest lap. We've got a little bit of this new HUD at the bottom, which doesn't look that much different, to be honest. And of course, you've got the track map, as always, in the left-hand corner of the screen.
Events updated throughout the season to increase your tech level and earn upgrades. As your tech level increases, so does your car's performance, and you get the ability to compete in more challenging events. Play the solo series to enter a range of competitive events designed to take you on a single player journey through a variety of modes and tracks.
Now, as you can clearly see here, EA are trying now to appeal to a global market. This is not the same Codemasters game that was made in England and, you know, sold to England, where it's, you know, sold pretty well, not spectacularly. The F1 games have never sold spectacularly, but used to sell pretty well, and they used to sell to Europe as well, and then they'd sell to other countries like America, where obviously the sales were never very good in the US, but they had a few sales in America as well, and some of the other countries as well. But this is now appealing directly to the mass market, the absolute mass market, and I fear that because they're doing this, especially with this F1 World, that one of the problems is going to be the handling of the cars. I think it's going to be dumbed down pretty much to an arcade kind of feel, and that's going to be a little bit disappointing. We don't want sim and we don't want arcade. We want that happy medium between the two. But I just feel that this is really going to be dumbed down to an arcade type experience, unfortunately. And from what I understand it, this F1 World is the equivalent of FIFA's Ultimate Team. Is that what you call it? I don't know. I don't play FIFA games, but yeah, so I've heard. It's the same as FIFA's Ultimate Team, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. We'll have to find out.
Improve your driving skills, master different circuits, and race in a variety of different cars.
Oh no! Oh no! Supercar, not fans. The supercars look like they're still going to be in F1 23. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yes, everyone hated them. Everyone said get rid of them and bring back the classic cars, which unfortunately I have to report is not going to happen. But no, they didn't listen and they brought back the supercars. It looks like it anyway from this screenshot to F1 23. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Or check out solo and multiplayer events, which include a range of daily, weekly and seasonal events for both solo players and multiplayer fans alike.
Of course, the other problem is trying to appeal to more people means there's going to be a lot of spanners online who basically don't even know how to drive in a straight line, which could be a problem for us seasoned players, unfortunately. But, you know, that's just the way of things. I expect the same is also with FIFA as well and other games like that, so there's not a lot you can do about that.
From multiplayer Grand Prix races to time trial challenges, there's something here for everyone, with updated content drops that align with the real-world F1 schedule.
Oh, that'll be fun. Content drops that align with the real F1 schedule. Well, the real F1 schedule's been pretty much all over the place so far, so that should be interesting, especially if they organise a race and it suddenly gets cancelled like we've just had at Imola. I can't wait. Do you remember the last time they promised live updates to a game? It was called F1 2015. And did it happen? Did it bloody ever? No. I think it was about 6 months into the actual game, we finally got a new front wing on the Manor car, I think, something like that. Anyway, that was the scope of their F1 updates, because unfortunately the game was so bugged they had to spend the first 6 months trying to fix it. So they didn't have time to put the live updates in. But obviously this is EA now, so, far bigger company. They've got bigger resources, so I'm sure we will get all these live updates that they're talking about. Hopefully.
Apply upgrades you've earned to your F1 World car to make it faster and more powerful. Upgrades in F1 World are split into two categories: car parts, like brakes and gearboxes, and team member upgrades. Team member upgrades include team principal, strategist, R&D team, and sponsors. These can also have contracts assigned to them that award bonus gameplay mods. As you complete challenges and raise your tech level on your F1 World journey, commemorate your progress with a new compendium.
You see, this is all now geared to online. This is 100% online, this F1 World. And yeah, it's not looking good. And this part that's coming up right now, I really don't like at all.
It's your virtual sticker album that celebrates everything to do with Formula One, past and present. F1 World's new engineering system allows you to use resources to complete blueprints and craft various upgrades, contracts, compendium stickers, and more. Within F1 World, you can also compete in F1 23 esports.
Oh God, F1 23. They had to get their esports in, didn't they? Oh my God, yes. That's only because the ratings are flagging like anything, because some of them were cheating.
Sports series and the revamped ranked multiplayer mode with a new division-based ranking system. Compete in ranks over the course of the week to earn points and climb your group's leaderboard. At the end of the week, players at the top of the leaderboard get promoted to higher divisions, all the way up to the elite division. This is no longer a group, but a global leaderboard of the best ranked players in the world.
There you go, you see. No longer a group, but a global leaderboard. So this is what it's all about now. It's just online. The single player mode, I mean, how much mention have we got of anything of the single player mode in this preview? Absolutely zero. As I say, they've just pushed it right to the side. It's like, nah, you won't want to play single player anyway, so we won't bother improving it. No, you'll want to play this F1 World. That's what you'll want to play. So yeah, single player. I mean, it's in there if you want to play it, but we haven't even touched it. I bet you my team is exactly the same as last year. I bet you they've made no alterations to it whatsoever, apart from a couple of tweaks. I bet you it's exactly the same.
Players in higher divisions earn a Podium Pass XP bonus that's in effect throughout F1 20.
It's all XP bonuses, upgrades, and this is it, isn't it? This is the whole of the game. It's just upgrade. Where's the core gameplay? Where is the... Okay, let's continue.
3, which in conjunction with the new goal system gives players many opportunities to speed up their podium pass progression and earn great rewards. With F1 World in F1 23, you can truly pick and choose how you want to play and progress. And along with the new chapter for Breaking Point, we can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So there we go. That was the gameplay deep dive part 2 for F1 23, which you can pre-order now. It's out on June the 16th and you can get the Champions Edition, I think, on June the 13th, something like that anyway. But yeah, so that was the deep dive. What do you think about that? Please let me know in the comments. You can probably tell by the lower tone of my voice here that I'm really not excited at all. I've seen a few F1 YouTubers losing their jizz over this game already, going, "Oh, this is going to be." I'm not convinced at all, really. Luckily, I've got no connection to EA Sports or Codemasters, so I can say it how I want to say it. And that trailer has deeply concerned me. In fact, deeply concerned me about what we're actually going to get in this new F1 game. You know, I was playing an F1 game of the weekend. It was called F1 Championship Edition. I'd forgotten how brilliant that game really is. Yes, it's just magical. Absolutely magical. And then we look at F1 23 and I don't know. Of course, we'll only use it in our league races like we always do with these games, so it'll be fine in that situation. But of course, you're paying a lot of money for these games. This Championship Edition is, I think it's £90 in the UK. That's a hell of a lot of money for something that if you find out after 10 minutes you don't like, you know, I mean, in some situations you can't even take it back, especially if you buy the digital version. They get a little bit annoyed if you try to get refunds for those. So yeah, I don't know. It's just not giving me good vibes, everyone. It really isn't giving me good vibes. This, of course, is the transition from the EA takeover, which is something that I warned about, I think 2 years ago now, and my video's still up there on this channel somewhere. I said that this was not a good idea, and this is just a natural progression that EA have done. I mean, last year it was an EA game, but there was still elements of Codemasters in that game. You could see that there was elements there. This year, there's... Did anyone see a Codemasters logo anywhere in that trailer? I didn't see it anywhere. Apart from, it's going to be down here somewhere, isn't it? There it is. Let me make myself small again. Here it is, right down the bottom. Electronic Arts, EA Sports, Codemasters. Our trademarks of Electronic Arts. And that's it. That's all they get now. You see, this is the start of the gradual phasing out of Codemasters. Codemasters will disappear in the next few years, and it'll all be just EA Sports, because already Codemasters are down to just this. Codemasters, Ego, and the Codemasters logo are trademarks of Electronic Arts. In 2 years, that'll be guarantee you that'll be gone completely, and it'll all be just EA Sports. They're only still using the Codemasters logo for brand recognition. That's all they're using it for, brand recognition, so we know what it is. But they won't need that in 2 years, because that brand will be firmly EA Sports, and Codemasters will disappear. Of course, the employees will still be there, but they'll just be working for EA Sports, just like they are now. So nothing will change there. But the Codemasters name will disappear from these games, which is very sad indeed. And that will be the last nail in the coffin to say that these games are no longer made by Codemasters, a fairly small British company, has to be said. But now they've been taken over, it's just they're getting amalgamated and mashed into the whole hype machine of Formula 1, FIFA, Call of Duty. They're just trying to branch out into everything, and I fear that it's not going to work. Anyway, we'll find out on June the 16th whether or not this game will be any good. Of course, I will hopefully be here as well to comment on whether I think this game's any good. But what do you think in the comments? Has this made you excited for this game, and now you really want to buy it? Now, I want to hear if anyone says that in the comments, because that would be really great. So if you've watched this trailer and you think, yes, I want to get this, then let me know in the comments. And of course, on the flip side, if you weren't impressed by this trailer and think, now I don't know whether I'm going to get it or not, please let me know as well in the comments. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. This was a I say quick, 25 minutes long, deep dive into the new trailer for F1 23. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always, and I'll catch you in the next video.